Hi, dear friends. Good morning to all. I am Joseph Sononi, Assistant Professor, Department of Chemistry, Gokhale Education Society's Arts, Commerce and Science College, Jawar, District Palghar. Dear friends, in the previous part of this lecture series on chemical kinetics 2, we discussed about the effect of temperature on the rate of reaction, particularly the effect of temperature on the rate of reaction is given by the well-known equation that we call it as the Arrhenius equation. So dear friends, in the previous part we discussed about the Arrhenius equation in exponential form and the Arrhenius equation in integrated form. We also discussed that whenever the rate constant at two different temperatures are known, then how can we calculate the energy of activation for the particular reaction? So here today in this part of this lecture series we are going to discuss some numerical based upon the Arrhenius equation. Before this we are going to see what is Arrhenius equation and how we can use this equation in order to solve some numericals or some problems based upon the same. Dear friends, if you remember about the last lecture, then this is a Arrhenius equation. Particularly, this is Arrhenius equation in the integrated form at two different temperatures T1 and T2. If the rate constant at two different temperatures T1 and T2 are known, then this equation can be used to determine the energy of activation. What is energy of activation? What is threshold energy? What is enthalpy of reactant and enthalpy of product that we all discussed in the previous lecture. So here this energy of activation is the amount of energy required for the reactant to convert into the product, or this is the maximum amount of energy at which reactant molecule get converted into its transition state. So this is nothing but the last time. This is nothing but simple concept that we discussed in the previous part of the lecture. I hope you already have gone through this previous part. So definitely it will be very easy to know about the energy of activation and the threshold energy. Actually, whenever in some books, in some text, you will find the energy of activation can be calculated with the help of threshold energy and the enthalpy of reactant. Actually, this energy of activation is the difference between threshold energy and the enthalpy of reactant. So that we will discuss in some problems next. Again, I just modified this equation in the simple form that 2.303 log to the base 10 of K2 upon K1 is equal to energy of activation EA divided by R into T2 minus T1 upon T1 into T2. So here in some books you will find 1 upon T1 minus 1 upon T2. So this is nothing but T2 minus T1 divided by T1 into T2. So this is the simple equation. So this equation can be used to determine the energy of activation by measuring rate constants K1 and K2 at two different temperatures. So here we will discuss some numerical. First numerical based upon the same is, suppose here one reaction is given us that A get converted into B. So A is the reactant, B is the product, which is a first order reaction, and the rate of the reaction becomes double when the temperature changes from or the rises from 27 degrees Celsius to 127 degrees Celsius. And here in this numerical we have to calculate what? We have to calculate the energy of activation, and for that purpose the value of Rydberg constant capital R, gas constant R, is provided to us, and that is 8.314 joule per Kelvin per mole. So definitely here we have to calculate the energy of activation. So we will use the Arrhenius equation. We will use the Arrhenius equation in integrated form, and this is the Arrhenius equation. So definitely what things are given to us and what things to be calculated, it is also one of the most important part to know here. And here this value is to be calculated. This R is already given to us. T1 and T2, these are the two temperatures. T1 is the lower temperature, so this is 27 degrees Celsius, and T2 is the higher temperature, and that is 127 degrees Celsius. What is K1 and K2? K1 is the rate constant corresponding to T1, and K2 is the rate constant. That is K1 is the rate constant. K1 is the rate constant corresponding to T1, and K2 is the rate constant corresponding to T2. I hope you will understood this. So we will discuss about the things, what things are given in the problem and what things to be calculated in this numerical based of person. So this is very, I think it will give you a clear idea how we can predict or how we can know what things are given here. So here definitely already I told you. So these are the things provided to us, and these are nothing but temperature T1 20 degrees Celsius, temperature T2 127. So here this temperature T1 is given in degree Celsius, and we have to calculate, we have to convert it into degree Kelvin, and for that purpose we have added 273 in the degree Celsius, so it becomes 300 Kelvin. T1 is the, and corresponding to T1, whatever rate constant of the reaction, that rate constant is what? K1. K1 is the rate constant of the reaction corresponding to temperature T1, and T2 is the higher temperature 127 degrees Celsius, which is provided here, and it is again in the degree Celsius, so we have to convert it into degree Kelvin, and for that purpose we have added again 273, and this value becomes 400 Kelvin, and corresponding rate constant for the temperature T2 is K2. So K1 and K2 are the rate constant of the reaction corresponding to temperature T1 and T2. So definitely we will use the simple equation given by the Arrhenius in the indicator for at two different temperatures T1 and T2 having rate constant K1 and K2 is 2.303 log to the base 10 of K2 upon K1 is equal to energy of activation divided by R, Rydberg constant, into T2 minus T1 divided by T1 into T2. Here the condition is given, dear friends. The rate of the reaction becomes double, means whenever initial temperature is 27, the rate constant is K1. But whenever we will increase the temperature from 27 degrees Celsius to 127 degrees Celsius, what happens? The rate constant of the reaction becomes double, and the final rate constant is K2. It means that at 27 degrees Celsius the rate constant of the reaction is K1, and at 127 degrees Celsius temperature the rate constant is K2. So at the 300 degree Kelvin rate constant is K1, and at 400 degree Kelvin the rate constant is K2. But during increasing the temperature from 27 degrees Celsius to 127 degrees Celsius, what happens? The rate constant of the reaction becomes double, means final rate constant becomes the double of the initial, and final rate constant is K2 and initial is K1. So this is the condition which is given here, that value of K2 is double the value of K1, means rate constant at 127 degrees Celsius becomes double of the rate constant at only 27 degrees Celsius. So definitely K2 is equal to double of K1, that's why K2 upon K1 is 2, or it is 2, that is, it is the, that their ratio becomes 2 because K2 is the twice of K1. And by using this condition, definitely we will be able to calculate what? We will be able to calculate the value of energy of activation. So it's very simple, I think. To discuss, it's very important to understand the numericals. Once you will understood the numerical, definitely you will be able to predict what things are given to you and what things are to be calculated. So this is very important part actually, and definitely with this condition that K2 upon K1 is equal to 2, and T1 is 300 degree Kelvin and T2 is 400 degree Kelvin. Again energy of activation is to be calculated. Again K2 upon K1 is equal to 2. With this condition if we will put all these values in this equation, in this Arrhenius equation, definitely log K2 upon K1 becomes 2. Energy of activation is to be calculated R divided by R 8.314 T2 minus T1. T2 is the higher temperature 400 degree Kelvin and T1 is the lower temperature 300 degree Kelvin divided by T1 into T2, that is 300 into 400. So definitely after making the simple calculations, it's very easy to calculate the energy of activation here. Now I am going to make simple calculation by taking the log of these two. Log of these two is 0.3010 and definitely their difference is 100, and these two are multiplied and their multiplication will become this, and by solving this bracket definitely we are getting this. And if we will solve this for the energy of activation EA, definitely we are getting this calculation. And after solving this simply we are getting the value, and this value is equal to 6915.95 joule. This is in the joule because, dear students, dear friends, initially if we'll see the value of R which was 8.314, so definitely we have put here value of R in joule, so definitely this is also the energy. So whatever answer that we will get here, it will be also in joule, and whenever you want to convert this answer in joule into kilojoule, you has to divide this value by 1000, or you has to multiply it by 10 raised to minus 3, and definitely final answer that you will get here, energy of activation for this reaction is going to be 6.91591 kilojoule per mole. So dear friends, I think you got clear idea about this Arrhenius equation, how we can calculate the energy of activation of any chemical reaction, particularly of the first order, on the basis of Arrhenius equation. So this is very important equation that can be used to calculate the energy of activation of any simple chemical reaction of first order. And at that, whenever the two rate constant at two different temperatures are provided, and if the two rate constants are known at two different temperature, then we can use this Arrhenius equation to calculate the energy of activation. And energy of activation is very important to explain the rate of reaction, to describe the rate of reaction, because the rate of any chemical reaction depends upon the value of energy of activation, that already we discussed in the previous part of the lecture. And I hope so this is one of the important solution on the basis of Arrhenius equation. Dear friends, if we discuss another numerical based upon the same equation, Arrhenius equation, again it will be very easy to understand how we can solve the another numerical based upon the same equation, Arrhenius equation. Definitely this numerical is also of the same type. If you'll see here, this numerical are also of the same type. Again the same reaction is given here, which is also the first order reaction. And here what things in the previous problem, rate constants was not provided here, only their relation was provided, but here actually rate constants are given at a particular temperature T1, and another rate constant is provided at the higher temperature T2. So definitely here you have the two values of temperature T1 and T2, and that their corresponding rate constant will be K1 and K2. So on the basis of same, again we will be able to calculate the energy of activation. I am not going to into detail, because this is the same numerical like previous one. Difference only is that here the actual values of K1 and K2 are provided, and in the previous problem the relation between K1 and K2 was given, that K2 is the twice of K1, but here the actual value of K1 is 2.6 into 10 raised to 3 at a temperature 27 degrees Celsius, and K2 is 5.2 into 10 raised to 3 at 127 degrees Celsius. Again, as the value of R in joule per Kelvin, so we have to convert this degree Celsius into degree Kelvin. So 27 degree Celsius by adding to 273 it becomes 300, and 127 degrees Celsius by adding 120 to 73 becomes 400 Kelvin. So temperature T1 is 300 Kelvin. Corresponding rate constant K1 is 2.6 into 10 raised to 3. The higher temperature T2 is 127 degrees Celsius, means 400 Kelvin, and the corresponding rate constant is K2 5.2 into 10 raised to 3. Dear friends, if you will again use the same equation, that Arrhenius equation in integrated form at a two different temperature having two rate constants K1 and K2, by putting all this value and by making the calculation, definitely you will be able to solve this numerical very easily. I hope you will try for the same. And by already we have also put value here for the K2, K1, R, T2, T1, T1 and T2, and only by making the simple calculation, in short, we will be able to calculate the answer. And after making all this calculation, if you really calculate, if you actually solve this, then you should get the energy of activation in 6.9 kilojoule. So dear friends, I want to tell you one thing here. The whatever answer that you will get here, initially you will get the value of this numerical. Whenever you solve, definitely it will become this. By making the calculation of all this, you should get what? That is 690 joule. This should be your answer, because here value of R in joule. So initially you will get whatever value that you will get here after solving all this. That answer will be energy of activation in joule. And if you will convert this energy of activation in joule, so that will become 6.9 kilojoule per mole. So I hope it's very easy to solve all this, and if you will try, definitely you will get the answer for the same. Dear friends, I would like to notice you another problem based upon the same Arrhenius equation, and in that difference only is that in the previous two numericals, in the previous two problems, we have calculated the energy of activation, but sometimes what happens, the energy of activation is provided and we have to calculate the rate constant or the relationship between the rate constant. So this is the another numerical that I want to show you here. Actually here in this case, what is given? Again the simple chemical reaction given, which is the first order reaction, and here actual value of activation energy or the energy of activation is not given, and instead of energy of activation, the threshold energy is given. What is threshold energy? What is enthalpy? And at the same time enthalpy of reaction. Actually this is not the reaction, this is the reactant. It should be a reactant. So this is enthalpy of reactant is given here 3.1 kilojoule. And by what factor rate of reaction will rise whenever it is heated from 27 degrees Celsius to 127 degrees Celsius? So simple thing is that if we will increase the temperature from 27 degrees Celsius to 127 degrees Celsius, by what factor the rate constant will increase? It means that we have to compare the value of K2 and K1, means we have to compare the value of K2 with the K1. It means that if K1 is the initial value, then by what amount the value of K2 will increase. So we have to calculate the relationship between K2 and K1. It is not necessary to calculate the exact value of K1 and K2. We will just calculate the value of K2 and K1. Dear friends, here already I told you actual value of energy of activation is not given, and instead of this, the threshold energy and enthalpy of reactant is provided here. Actually it is very simple. The two temperatures are given here. One is the initial temperature T1 27 degrees Celsius, corresponding rate constant will be K2, and another one is the higher temperature 400 Kelvin, and the rate constant will be K2, and we have to calculate the relationship between this to K2 upon K1. And already I told you threshold energy is given 10 kilojoule per mole, and the enthalpy of reactant is given 3.1 kilojoule. Actually, from this too, we will be able to calculate the value of energy of activation, and the energy of activation is the difference between threshold energy and the enthalpy of reactant. Actually, I will try to show you. If suppose this is the one of the reaction in which what happens, in which reactant get converted into product. If this is the reactant, if this is the reactant, this is the product, and this is the transition state of the reaction. What happens actually, the energy difference between the transition state and this difference is called as the threshold energy, and the energy difference between reactant and transition state is called as the energy of activation. I hope you will be able. And this value is given to us. Threshold energy is 10 kilojoule per mole, and the energy difference between this reactant and this value is called as the enthalpy of reactant. So whenever you will minus enthalpy of reactant, which is 3.1 kilojoule per mole, from threshold energy, which is 10 kilojoule per mole, definitely you will get what? You will get the energy of activation. So energy of activation is the difference between threshold energy and the enthalpy of reactant. Threshold energy is 10 kilojoule per mole and the enthalpy of reactor will be 3.1. So their difference will become 6.9. But again remember that this is in kilojoule, so here it should be converted into joule, and which is equal to 6900 joule, because whenever you will put the value of R, that is always in the joule per Kelvin. And by putting all these values in this Arrhenius equation 2.3 log to the base 10 of K2 upon K1 is equal to E upon R into T2 minus T1 upon T1 into T2. You will get the simply answer. Definitely I will show you here. T1 is the 300, T2 is the 400 Kelvin, K2 upon K1 is to be calculated by putting all this value. Already this is calculated from the threshold energy and the enthalpy of reactor. So by making all this simple calculation, you are getting log of K2 upon K1. This whole, it will be transferred to this side. You are getting this value.